Hi, this is Wayne from Inkish and Printing Connect Online. We're at the last day of the IST UV days, and I now have the pleasure to talk to Jesper Ellenbach from Jesmos. Jesper, very nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise.
So, is this the first time that you've come to an IST UV day?
Yes, this is our first exhibition here, yes.
Right, okay, and I take it you work with IST on
Yes,
various
we do.
projects?
We work as integrators for IST, so we integrate their products into our lines. And on the other hand around, the other way around, IST can use us if an end customer requests to build their products into an existing line.
Okay, so they use your engineers to do the installations?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. They can do.
They can do.
Yeah.
They don't do it all the time, but
No,
they can do.
they can do, yes.
It's good for them to know.
Yeah.
So we were saying before we came on camera that you don't actually have a standard product. You're an engineering company,
Yes.
and you build machines to spec.
Yes, we do.
So what particular area? I mean, it's narrow web, I guess, a lot of it. But what type of
Also wide.
machines? What type of machines are you building?
We focus, for the graphical segment, we focus on printing and coding. That's one of the, you can say, business areas we have. The other business area is special machinery for other applications. So that could be assembling components for other industries.
Right.
But looking at the graphic segment, we don't have any standard program. That's 100% correct.
Right.
We build bespoke machines for the end customers. And that comes with, that's new machinery, but it's also fitting, units into existing lines, and that's something that we see growing actually right
so
now.
that's the retrofit market.
Yes, also. And we're working with from narrow, so a few 100 millimeters up to 2 or 3 meters.
Right, okay. So there is obviously some green savings on that. So as far as sustainability and reducing carbon footprint, where does that sit?
It's actually a very good question, and I had a webinar or a seminar here a 2 days ago talking about the retrofits, because one of the advantages of doing the retrofit into the existing lines is that you save downtime, because you don't have to take out the old line and put in a new one.
Yeah.
So the downtime or the production time is increased, the downtime is much smaller, the investment is much smaller, but also the carbon footprint, the green, you can say the green
element
is much more beneficial. And that's something that many companies, they see more and more value in these soft values, because they have to present also their green footprint to their customers and keep the overall thought on the environment.
Exactly.
So these smaller rebuilds can actually enable them for a small amount of money to do new products and at the same time save the environment in one go.
Okay. So do you also get involved in machine refurbishments and that kind of thing with used machines?
Yes, we do. Often we see the retrofits and the rebuilds in combination with upgrades. So that could be obsolescence packages for drives, servo controls and so on that needs to be upgraded.
Right.
And at the same time, they often add a new feature. That could be web treatment, UV systems or something else that they want to put in.
Okay. So if a client is looking to upgrade a machine, obviously they may look new to begin with, go and buy a new machine, but then they can come to you with a specific job, and then you will actually quote for a kind of turnkey operation?
Yes, dependent on the job, we can do either or. So in some cases, we deliver the unit basically, and another machine manufacturer so we can also deliver as OEM. We can also deliver the entire package. In some cases, we deliver only our part, and the customer buys, other parts from, for instance, IST and other vendors, and put the line together all by themselves. And that could be a new line, but it could also be several upgrades on an existing line.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's a whole new way of looking at it, isn't it? And you say the cost savings must be massive.
Yeah, they are. And the world we live in today, it changed rapidly, and it changes faster and faster. So going from one product to another has to go fast, and you have to be able to match the needs from the market extremely fast.
Yeah.
And the benefit of doing the rebuilds rather than new lines, the savings is one thing, but again, the time saved. Looking at a new line may, just as an example, take 1 or 2 years to install, and we can do rebuilds in a matter of months.
Right.
So, but it requires exceptional project management and good planning, and also being creative and having a very close cooperation with the parties involved is extremely important.
Right. And is this a global operation?
We operate mostly in Europe, but also have customers abroad. Yes.
Right. And how is the market for you at the moment?
We see a high trend in the rebuilds, or a massive trend in the rebuilds as we speak, because we have customers also looking into new markets with their existing production lines. So they have some investment in production lines which goes 20, 30 years back. Now they want them to be upgraded, obsolescence packages, but also being able of adding new products to their portfolio.
So could that be adding digital to analog machines?
Yes, hybrids is also something which is very much up in these days. Yeah.
Good. Well, it sounds like you've got a great company, a great operation. I'm glad to hear it's going well. Absolute pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of the last day.
Same to you.
Thanks for your time.